Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I almost said welcome back to another Vlogmas video, but Vlogmas is over. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is New Year's Eve, so we're gonna do a New Year's Eve look today. 2021 has been a very interesting, hard year. So we're gonna go big for 2022, kick it off right with a really pretty deep glam gold look. I never usually do anything too dark on my eyes, but I want to do really like deep and sultry, so we're gonna see how it goes. I did just receive this little big Morphe palette for Christmas, and it's really pretty. It's called 350 Super Natural Glow. It has a lot of really pretty like bronzy tones, so I want to use some of these really deep dark tones and create the look with those, and then of course add some gold in there too because I'm a total gold girl. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with the eyes first, just because like I said, we're using some dark colors and some glitter, so I don't want to do my whole face and then have a bunch of fallout. So we're gonna do the eyes first. I'm just going to prime the eyes with some concealer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camel Concealer. It's nice and matte, and it's going to cover all my like discoloration on my eyelids and create a really nice base for all of the shadow. Look at me using all drugstore makeup right now. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder and just set the eyelids a little bit. It's already matte, so it kind of sets itself and kind of like already created that like base for the shadow, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder just to make sure it's all set and like my shadow doesn't like get stuck on any parts or anything. So I like a nice smooth base for my shadow. So for kind of like a transition shade, I'm gonna do this one right here. I think it's called Dreamlike. I haven't used Morphe shadows in so long. And then I just have this Morphe M573 fluffy blending brush. I'm just gonna use that. I'm going to try to do a little bit of like a halo eye with darker like on the outer corner and the inner corner. I just washed this and it's like shedding. I haven't done something like this in a really long time, so we'll see how it goes. And because I want the crease and kind of the halo to be so deep, I'm going to continue to use this more fluffy brush to kind of like build the other colors a little bit higher so that they kind of peek out above that really deep tone that I'm going to use. So I think next I'm going to use this one. It's called the Rare One, and it's kind of the deeper version of the one I just used, just to continue to like build that deepness. God, this brush got so scratchy after I washed it. So that's about like the shape I wanted to create. And then now I'm going to go in with an even deeper shade and really create that halo and the nice crease. Then that lighter tone will kind of peek out from the top, I hope. I want to be a little bit more precise with the deepest tone, so I'm going to use the M506 little Morphe blending brush. It's just a little bit smaller than that other one and just more precise. I think because it's New Year's, I'm gonna go in with this one. I was gonna go in with this one, but I like how warm this one is, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, it looks like. So a little bit of gold flecks. It is Mystery. So I'm gonna kind of pack it in on the outer corner. Then go over a little bit in the crease. And then pack it in on the inner corner to create that halo. So like I said, I haven't used Morphe shadows in so long, and these are actually performing really well. These tones are really pretty. They're blending out really easily. I love that tone. It's so warm and sultry. It's exactly what I was going for. Okay, so I want the middle section, obviously I'm doing kind of that halo eye, so I want the middle to be really light and really pop out. So I'm thinking about using concealer to do it, but I want to try it without, just because concealer can get a little bit messy. So I'm going to try it first with doing this really light matte shade over here. It's called Up Front, and I'm going to see how opaque it is and see if it gives me enough of that like stark halo effect. So this is a Morphe 167 flat shader brush. And I'm gonna go in with that shade and just see. Because I'm gonna put a shimmer over this, but I wanna definitely create that halo. I'm gonna try it with my finger. That worked a little bit better. I think that's okay. I don't think I need much more than that. So there are some really pretty golds in here already. Like this one's like a really pretty yellow gold, or these are more like a bronzy gold, but I want it to be like really chunky and sparkly. So I think I'm gonna put the palette away for now and use some loose glitter. This is the NYX Foil Play. I actually used this for Halloween. It's the only time I ever used it. But it's really pretty, and it's that like very like chunky like actual glitter. And then I have their glitter primer to make it stick on the eye. So I'm just gonna take the primer and just get a little bit on my finger and apply it to the eyelid, just in that same area that I applied that light shadow. It makes it nice and tacky. I'm going to take that flat shading brush so I lied. I'm going to bring out the palette again, and just to kind of blend the sparkle in, just because it's so chunky that it kind of feels like it's like a stark line, I'm going to use the closest one, the closest gold to it, the yellow gold there, and it's called Otherworldly, and use the same brush and just try to like kind of just morph it and make it a little bit more. It's kind of, I'm almost like setting it with it. but I want those little sparkles to kind of go on the whole eyelid, if that makes sense. And then just to make sure that I'm nice and like deep on the corners and inner corners, I'm going to take that same like sparkly deep color and just go over it a little bit. I'm not seeing much sparkle from it, so I don't think it's like that sparkly. You can definitely see them in there, but I'm just gonna like add it back in. Just to make sure it's nice and deep and sultry. I don't want to lose that like deepness. Using a little bit of makeup remover because that glitter is literally everywhere. I obviously want my makeup to last all night, or at least through midnight, you know? So I'm going to use the All Nighter Urban Decay face primer. And then I'm going to use my longest lasting foundation, the Double Wear from Estee Lauder. I have it in 2 and 1. I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend it in. And I'm going to get it wet by spraying it with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I'm going to contour first before adding any concealer, so I'm going to use the Fenty Matchstick in Mocha. I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender as well. I might switch to a brush, we'll see. Using a beauty blender is just so much more precise, I feel like, because I can pat it like exactly in the place that I want it and kind of keep it close. I'm going to add back in concealer. I'm going to use the Camo Concealer again. And use my beauty blender again and blend that out. I'm going to powder with the e.l.f. HD Perfect Finish powder. It's supposed to be really good for taking pictures too, and a lot of times you're taking lots of pictures for New Year's, so I can't guarantee no flashback. I've never tried it, but I would think it wouldn't with being HD. So we're gonna try it. I'm gonna add some bronzer on top. This is the Hoola bronzer. And this is the blush brush from Real Techniques. But I always use it for bronzer as well. I like to put it a little bit down the nose. Add some warmth to the center of the face. For blush, I'm going to use this blush trio from Anastasia. It has a really pretty, deep, like cranberry plum color. It's called Velvet. I feel like it's perfect for this like warm, deep look. These are so pigmented. Like literally. That's all I need. I'm gonna fill the brows in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in chocolate. I'm gonna set it in with the clear brow gel from Anastasia. Okay, back to the eyes. We're gonna add a little bit of liquid liner and maybe like a little bit of a wing just to go along like the line of the shadow. We'll see. But first, I'm just gonna do a really thin line because I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do. Is the KVD tattoo liner. I don't know if I said that. Do we leave it a little line or do we add a wing? Add like a little baby wing. I'm going to take the second to darkest shade that I used down here, the rare one. This is a Morphe 321 brush. It's just a little bit more like pointed because I don't want to bring the shadow down too far at all. So I'm just going to add that to the bottom lash line just to kind of complete the look. I don't like the look of like nothing, so I'm gonna leave that color and just add a little bit of black liner to my like waterline. This is just the 24/7 Urban Decay liner in 0. I'm just gonna add a little bit of concealer like in my inner corner. I don't love how this comes like so far in. So I'm just gonna add a little bit just to lighten there. I'm gonna curl my lashes. False lashes would be really pretty with this look, but I'm just like said before, I'm just like not a false lash wearer. So I'm just gonna do some nice thick coats of the Mercer Big. So you can definitely add false lashes 100%. New Year's would be an amazing place and time to add falsies. We're gonna add some highlighter. This is by Lorac Celestial. It's more true gold to match the eyes. Lots of highlighter for New Year's Eve. So I'm going to use a lip I've never really used before. I like how the tones in this are a little bit more purple or plum. So I'm going to try the Serial Kisser from Buxom, and this is in Pucker Up Poly. It's more of a stain, It's this really pretty, like purpley plummy color, so we'll see. I've been loving the stained look. Plus, if this actually lasts all night, that would be amazing. Serial kisser for your midnight kiss. It's a little bit more red maybe than the eyes, but still really pretty, I think. Did we do everything? Let's spray it with some setting sprays. The Stay All Night Microfine setting spray. It's such a nice mist, and it smells good too. Yay. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Finished New Year's Eve look. I hope you like this look that I did and enjoyed the video. Let me know what your plans are for New Year's Eve down in the comments below. I love New Year's Eve. Like, I don't even know if I'm really gonna even be doing anything. I love the vibe of it, the feeling of starting something new, kind of starting over, popping champagne, all the glitz and the glamour. Definitely give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I will see you next Friday. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve.